Hi, I'm Jim with Pour the Juice, and in this video, we're going to do a budget rye blind. I got a couple, four actually, of some of, the most popular budget ryes out there, all around the 100 proof. And I've always wanted to know, how they stack up next to each other. I have my favorites out of the four, but we'll see what happens. And if you're wondering, if you just watched my video on Hard Truth Rye, yes, I am wearing the same clothes, and yes, maybe I use that bottle to warm up for this rye blind. Don't judge me. So, we're setting this first glass up with letter A. Letter A, we're going to go with Bardstown Bourbon Company Rye. This is, I believe, 96 proof. And this is their 6-year rye. This is from spring of 2017 is when they distilled it. So do the math. It's a couple years old, that bottle. I have this Bottled-In-Bond New Riff rye. We're going to put that in B. Big fan of New Riff. My absolute favorite New Riff rye is the Balboa rye, which they just re-released. And I just so happened to score a couple backups of, which makes me happy. C. Oh, by the way, Bottled-In-Bond, it's 100 proof. So we had 96 proof for the Bardstown, 100 proof for the New Riff. And now we're back down to 96.56 proof for Whistle Pig Piggyback. 100% rye. This is going to C. If you're wondering, I tend to be a Whistle Pig hater, mostly because of the price of their products. Not because of the whiskey. I don't think the whiskey's bad. I just think it's way overpriced, much like Willet. And then Jack Daniel's Bonded Rye. That'll be in D for Daniels. I may have poured a little bit too much in there. It's a little bit more. Okay. It seems like I'm in a rush. I'm not. I just feel bad that these videos go for 20 minutes each time I want to do a blind. Now's the fun time. Now's time for me to move everything around and make sure I don't remember where any of these glasses are. I already forgot, but I know if I don't move them around some more, I would think I was cheating. I'm not, I promise. I did get whiskey all over my table, though. I'll tell the wife. All right, so I think that's good enough. And if you've watched any videos of my blinds, you'll know I start from my right, your left. I drink through. Sometimes I nose through first, but then I drink through. Take my time going back through. I'm professional at this point, so I have a water cup. And yeah, I'll sniff them first. We'll nose them. Why not? It smells nice. I have no idea what that is. It smells more bourbony than it does rye-y to me. Which one could that be? Cinnamon, high cinnamon content for me. Ooh, now it's coming. The rye's coming now. Yeah, citrus. A little lemony. It's nice. It's a very nice nose. You can only say that with whiskey Otherwise, you sound like a creep. Glass 2, a little bit more rich. Yeah, much richer, much darker. This is smelling nice. Right up my alley. It's like Werther's mixed with baking spice and a little dirt, which is going to be my favorite nose out of all of these, I can promise you. It's not as potent on the nose. Let's try to... A little bit more medicinal on this one. A little medicinal, a little banana-y, which is leading me to believe one thing about this whiskey. The more I sniff it, the more banana-y it gets. Fake banana-y, like banana runts. Or like, when I was younger, they used to have a banana bubble gum that didn't taste anything like actual bananas. But it's almost reminiscent of that. I still like the smell. It'll be in third place though. Okay. This has 0 scent. Wiki wiki. Yeah, there's almost nothing there. I got a little burn more than I got any actual scent on this whiskey. A little bit of grass, maybe a little dill. Maybe. Grass for sure. Okay. All right. Let's go with this. This is my favorite one, right? It's the one I said it was like Werther's and... Yeah. It's so nice. All right. It tastes like that too. Ooh. Yeah, it's a little Werther's-y. A lot Werther's-y. Butterscotch, baking spice, cinnamon, a little licorice. That's very nice. I usually don't go out on a limb like I am about to, but that's going to be my number one. I don't know what could beat that. I know I said this one was a little bit fruitier, and I do get that. It's a little fruity. A little fruity, a little pumpkin-y. Like fresh pumpkin. Like if you carve a pumpkin for Halloween. It's a big thing in the States. I don't know if it is everywhere else, but for Halloween we carve pumpkins. This is a little pumpkin-y. A little fruity, a little pumpkin-y, melony maybe. Grassy, lemony. It's nice. It's a summer rye, I would say. Not a winter rye. Number one is a winter rye. And those are my favorite ryes. This is like that fake banana mixed with road tar. Road tar, banana. Oh, let's see. Mm. For a big gulp with that. It's a little bit lighter on flavor than the first two. The road tar does not come through on the palate on that, thankfully. It's tasting a bit of a generic rye on the palate. I'm a wee bit let down. Still decent. But I would say not nearly as good as the first two. Not as unique either. All right. I hope you've woken up now, glass of whiskey. No. Very light. Very light. A little pool watery. A little caramelly. Dilly. But I do think the nose order led this pretty well. I drank some water. I'm going to take a 10 to 20 second break. I'm going to ask you, do you have another budget rye that you really enjoy that I should have added to this? I mentioned in a few other videos, I love rye. I'm always happy to go back to a blind like this to try some new ones, especially budget ryes. So if there is one that you think would pair well with these or that you think would really excel in this field, I'd love to see it in the comments. I'd love to know what you think. Also, if you've been enjoying this so far, please like, please subscribe. It is very helpful. All right, back to glass 4. Smells a little bit better now, to be honest. Maybe not better, but it has a more perfumey smell. Yeah, this is... Oh, that was weird. It smells a little bit like yogurt. Dill yogurt, yeah, okay. Yeah, that's the dill. Yeah. Dill, pool water. It's very basic. If that's anything but the whistle pick, I will be very upset. All right, next. Get some water. It is a very enticing smell. That road tar banana. You don't get that very many places. Certainly not in whiskey glasses. Also very light, but much better than this one. You're gonna go to the side here. A little smoky. I'd almost verge on peaty, but I know there's no peat. So that's interesting. I think there's no peat. Glass 2. I'm digging this one. It's such a more potent flavor than these two glasses. A lot more depth too. Now that lemon flavor that I mentioned came off quite a bit more. The dill is still in there. The fruit is still on the nose. It's just really enjoyable. And I think if you gave this to somebody who wasn't a rye drinker, I think they'd be pretty impressed with it. Yeah, it's just nice. I have my guesses for all of these, but I typically don't like saying that out loud. One, it's not very impressive. I have a 25% chance, I guess, at guessing any of these. And two, I don't want to ruin it. Other than I really hope this is Whistle Pig. But this I am very intrigued to find out what it is. Because it's probably my favorite nose on any 100-ish proof whiskey that I own. This is remarkable. I could smell this all day. Wow. So nice. Went down the wrong pipe on that one. It tried to kill me, and I still love it. Oh, if that's Whistle Pig, I'll be very upset. And I'll also buy more Whistle Pig, and I will apologize. But I don't think it is. I'm going to leave things just the way they are. We're going to start here. We're going to go down and find out who won. So in last place, we have... my heart is full today. Whistle Pig. It's not because Whistle Pig sucks. It's because other whiskey is better. All right. In third place, Jack Daniel's. The banana note makes a lot of sense. I love some Jack Daniel's. Zero hate coming from me on Jack Daniel's. Second place, ooh, New Riff, Bottled-In-Bond, which means first place is the Bardstown Bourbon Company Rye, 6-year rye. As I mentioned, this is quite a bit better than the other ones that are here. I had a feeling this was going to be the order, just because Jack Daniel's, I knew this was going to be Jack Daniel's. I do enjoy New Riff Rye, so the notes I was a little bit familiar with. I was most unsure about these places, and I was just hoping that my assumption on Whistle Pig from past consumption was correct. And it was. If you like Whistle Pig, I'm sorry. It's whiskey. Anywho, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Cheers.